Welcome back to GMOY Radio. This is Unfiltered with your boy Jay Skyline and James, and this is the end of the show, but this is one of the best parts of the show, Overly Unfiltered. And I think we might get something special out of this one today. Overly Unfiltered, I'm going to give you all a wrap down. It's three things. We're going to go from the smallest to biggest. One, Carson Wentz betted against his own kicker this weekend on a field goal attempt that would have won the game. They did win the game. He lost $32,000 this weekend. He betted against his kicker on the last and second field goal. It's a rookie kicker. It was a 61-yard field goal. He bet that the kicker wasn't going to make the field goal and they were going to go into overtime. He lost the bet. The reason it's overly unfiltered is because they caught it on his mic. It's the only reason I know about this right now is you can go back and listen to the video and listen to him say it on his mic. Like, I put 32 on it. First thing, it's kind of like Pete Rose. Like, it's kind of illegal, but I guess he wasn't on the field, so it ain't super illegal.
Yeah. Pete Rose is betting and swinging the bat. Like, you got to be playing.
True. So again, that's the least of my worries on the overly unfiltered, even though it's overly unfiltered because you shouldn't be betting against your teammates.
No, you shouldn't. That's funny.
Number two, and this is where my colleague comes in here. Mr. Steven Seagal has put in his 2 cents on the NFL player strike. I do not know why, because I don't give a damn about Steven Seagal's sports trivia.
I don't give a yeah. What does he got to do in fucking sports? What is he saying?
So Steven Seagal's mad that the players are kneeling, and again, he's basically going back and get back in your place.
Yeah. No.
Saying that,
I'm about to give you the work because you about to square up 1 year from now because I'm about to give it to you. Unfortunately, this is unfiltered. Nobody else here believes in me.
I don't.
So
Malachi's over here. He don't.
I think I can get you on that 1-2 combo. I'll get it. I'll block it. You ain't gonna give me a roundhouse kick. You
mad as hell when I go on my Twitter and actually try to see if we get this to happen.
If this does happen 1 year from now, that's all I'll give. I'll give 1 year. He's not gonna throw up. He's a bitch.
No roundhouse, nothing. All hands.
Oh,
please. Straight head slap, seal style.
I'll give him
Malachi's over here saying he's just gonna slap him and beat him.
Slap him. Oh shit!
I'm going with the roundhouse kick knockout. I'm hoping
roundhouse kick knockout
to the gut though. I don't think he get. That's the thing. There's things that he's. No, that's why I said gut roundhouse. I don't think he's getting it to the head. You should be happy about that too. Like ecstatic about that. You'd be out here on the ground sleeping and snoring and shit. So yeah, nah. Again, fuck Steven Seagal for his opinion.
Yeah, but, fuck you. You're out here in Russia. What are you doing?
All I'm saying is, you step to me, I'm hitting you with something, and it's not gonna be my fist. So I'm not on his life. Like I'm on the. If I'm mad enough, I'm on the. I just need you to be hurt, and that I can say I hurt you. It doesn't have to be a fist fight. And I'm not the gun guy either, so you ain't gonna die. I need you to be able to live.
This is.
But understand that you're gonna get hit with like a fucking crowbar or a bat to your leg. I'm not about hitting you in the head. I'm just gonna like fuck you in the kneecap.
He's gonna kick you. He's gonna be like pointing you next.
Okay, so I'm on to use a weapon. Malachi straight up shoot him and just put him out of his misery. He's talking what? Dave Chappelle, World Craps when dude came in to shoot him in the kneecap and said that's not life. He's like, that's not a manslaughter charge. That's only 5 to 10. I just know that he's big enough not to run up on me, so at least I should be able to tell when he's coming. Last and the most overly unfiltered moment of the day is we have another airline situation, y'all. This is the year of the airline ass kicking. That's what
this wasn't ass kicking like that.
No, but it was embarrassing.
Yeah.
So today, or what it was like yesterday, a woman was pulled off of a Southwest flight. Let me make sure I get that part right.
Yeah, it was a Southwestern.
All right, yeah, Southwestern, which that's my airline, bro. They give me cheap tickets, they give me real planes, and they give me where I gotta go. I honestly don't remember flying on any other airlines. I don't fly that much. Yeah. Saying that, this woman, and this is, y'all know me, I'm not out here trying to defend the folks, but the airline wanted her off the plane because she was complaining that there were dogs on the plane. One of the dogs was
one was a service dog. The other one, I'm not too sure. It didn't specify.
And as soon as it's a service dog, it's hard to kick that person off the plane. So she said she had a deathly allergy to the dog. She did not have her card to prove it, which if she had the card, then they would have had to do something with the animals to rectify the situation. But since she couldn't physically prove that she was allergic to them, they wanted her to leave.
I don't know. I don't think you can just be like, oh, I don't think you can die like that.
That's on her. She made this the problem.
I don't think it's like
that's not on the airline. She made it the problem.
I think it's like you can take a Claritin D and you're good. And then if you have like bad lungs and you have asthma, if you have a panic attack or maybe some type of like, breathing issues, yeah, you should have your inhaler on you.
Yeah.
So
I don't feel bad for this woman. So
I don't know how long this flight could have been. That it's like,
I think that it said it was going from Baltimore to LA.
Oh, that's like a 3-hour flight.
That's one of the longest flights you could take in this country.
Really?
Baltimore to LA. Maryland to California.
I understand
coast to coast.
Not coast to coast.
Maryland's in Baltimore's in the Chesapeake Bay. That's the Atlantic Ocean.
Oh, is that?
Yeah, Chesapeake Bay. That's coast to coast. It doesn't seem like it because it's Baltimore, but it's coast to coast.
Yeah.
Like, to me, hey, I've taken a plane 3 times and they've all gone to the same place. It's an hour flight from Pittsburgh to Chicago. So for you to say, oh, that's not that long. All my flights have been technically 45 minutes because the other 15 minutes is landing and taking off.
Yeah.
So, no, like I've never been on that long flight life, so I don't know. I don't think I can handle it either. So, no, like for you to be like, oh, yeah, Baltimore to LA ain't that bad. It's that bad to me. You got to fly over 2 mountain ranges because you got to fly over both the Appalachian and the Rockies. Like, I'm afraid of certain shit. So, yeah, like the obstacles of flying from coast to coast is a little bit worse to me. And I just have the want to drive coast to coast one day. Like, not coast to coast, like ever see all the sights, but physically just driving from one end of the country and seeing it would be cool instead of flying over it. That's way past the point here. Because I was at a point. So they wanted the woman to leave. She didn't want to leave. She didn't think she should have to leave the flight, even though she did not have her document. There's documents for this type of stuff. They show the same documents at football stadiums and at concerts, man. If you have a problem, you need to be able to prove that you have a problem. And then they accommodate you. She couldn't prove it. They just wanted. Nobody goes off of word of mouth in this world. I don't know why people think that your word of mouth is what is supposed to work.
Well, it's probably more or less because people are thinking it's like a HIPAA violation again. It's not in your damn business to know my health problems.
Well, again, that's why they asked her to leave the plane because she couldn't prove it. And that service animal, in some cases, could be more important than her allergy.
Yeah.
So, like, because taking that dog away from that person.
No, you couldn't take that. You would have to excuse the dog and the person, too.
And that's the point why she had to be able to prove it.
Yeah.
Because the person with the service animal obviously proved that they needed the service animal.
Yeah.
She couldn't prove that she was allergic to the service animal. Why should the service animal have to leave? Because she said that she is allergic to it. Because that's where, like, you're right. There's a HIPAA violation to that because there are certain things you can't ask. Like, if you tell me you have diabetes and you have to get your sugar stuff, I can't go into that.
Like, yeah, like working at a movie theater, you can't be like, oh, you can't bring that candy in. And it's like, oh, I have diabetes. Like, well, I can't. I don't know your sugar like that, and I'm not gonna. Like,
that's different though. This is an
allergy. I mean, like, but this is like
no. You're right. This is that is how you're supposed to handle this. But with an allergy, first thing, if it's a food, like if it's say a movie theater, somebody says they're allergic to butter, you just don't put butter on the popcorn. It's a simple fucking way to fix this.
Yeah,
this wasn't simple.
Yeah,
the flight was from Baltimore to LA, meaning somebody wasn't going to where they needed to be for a day.
Mm-hmm.
For a day.
Yeah,
that's a. I don't have plane flights like people that do business through planes, but I understand that if you had to miss your flight for a day, that could fuck up your whole week.
Yeah.
So especially you're moving through 4 time zones,
and then that's already gonna fuck you up in general. Just being disoriented in time wise.
Right. So after the woman refused to leave the flight, even though they asked nicely,
and she was like, "Oh, I'm going to my father's surgery tomorrow."
Then she
throws out the.
Well, let's get to the cops because the cops come on the plane.
Yeah.
Because you skipped the whole part when the cops come on.
Oh.
The cops come on the plane. They ask her to leave. She's not leaving. And then they try to physically remove her. Where I see in the article that I first read that they said that they were a little too physical. Watching this video, they didn't hit her. They grabbed her obviously because she wasn't trying to leave. And it seemed like the people on the plane wanted her to get the fuck off the plane. Like this wasn't one of those like the old man that got manhandled and beat the fuck up. That's different. Even though that was different because they overbooked the flight, and that they caused that problem on their own. Yeah, they did that, and they fucked up. Here it's just like no, she decided to open her mouth about something. She couldn't prove that what she said was real, and then when they asked her to leave, she didn't try to leave. And they didn't hit her. They just tried to grab her and push her. They were pushing and grabbing and trying to get her to go down the goddamn aisle because she wasn't moving. Like I don't understand. Again, man, what do you want these cops to do? Because if it was me, after like the 3rd or 4th time that she wasn't trying to move, I'd have tased her bitch. She'd have been a limp body getting carried off the fucking plane. Y'all would have really been mad. Because they were pretty nice. They just held her up
I mean, right under. And
she's over here screaming, "Don't touch me!
Don't touch me!" And but then she's like, "Oh," and then they give her space, and then she just went back into like someone else's seat. Like, you don't do that. And then she's like, "I'm moving," but you're not moving. Like,
she's like, I'll walk. And I'm like, no, bitch, we giving you 15 chances to walk. If it was me, I'd have got shot. Yeah. Like, I'm like, and again, I think the cops did what they were supposed to do. Again, I'm not over here saying that the cops need to be shooting people because I think I would have got shot if I would have disobeyed them. I'm saying that they're over here saying the cops used too much force. I'm like, no, what are they supposed to do? Because I would have tased the bitch. They didn't hit her. They just tried to get her off the plane. That's why I can't be a cop. As soon as I notice you're not listening to my orders, I'm just tasing you. I don't need to shoot you because I don't see why I need to kill you, but I'm gonna make you piss yourself. So, and that's how I look at things. Like that woman would have got tased. Just letting y'all know. And I know for a fact, if that woman would have got tased, y'all would have been mad. Yeah. Everybody out here, oh, he tased her. That was way overdue. You didn't have to do that to her. She was just trying to tell you shit. No, you posted. Every time I hear some shit about an African American on the news getting shot, it's like, oh, you should have listened to him. Should have just listened to what he had to say and then listened to him. She ain't listened to shit. She ain't listened to one fucking word out of them cops' mouths, but they use too much force. And again, I'm mad about this article because they make me defend the folks. And I ain't out here trying to defend the folks. But when the folks ain't doing shit wrong, they're just regular people to me at this point. Because these regular people doing their job didn't do anything wrong. It's whenever they take their authority too far, then when I'm mad about it. This is me. This is people, hey, they called them to the plane. They asked her to leave. She wouldn't leave. They carried her to fuck off. They did not powerbomb this bitch in the middle of the aisle and then drag her away. Yeah. This was no rape.
She wasn't bleeding or anything. She walked out there fine. She probably maybe just like maybe a bruise.
So again, I don't like being the person that has to defend the police. But when I see the article saying that they were being too aggressive with her and shit, no, they asked you to leave one time. From how y'all talk to me, if a police officer asked me to do something the first time, there should be a second time for them to ask, and then they can kill me. Yeah, like that's how y'all look at the world these days. So if they asked her to leave, there is no second thing. Unless you're famous, and I think this is a weak move if you're famous. Telling somebody what you do while you're getting arrested or detained that just makes you look like a jackass. She's on video screaming, I'm a professor. I'm a professor. Bitch, that's a job. Okay. Yeah.
I'll be like, oh, I do this. Like, okay, thanks.
Like, you didn't say you was a fucking pope. You didn't say you was Gandhi. You said you're a professor at a university. You know how many universities is in this country? A lot. A lot. Like a fucking lot, between the community level to the university level to the Catholic private school or private college. Being a professor is not special. You're not Albert Einstein. You're not Thomas Edison. Nobody gives a fuck about you. Like that video was angry to me because all the shit she did to me was just like, well, if I did that, I got shot. Like, at least beat the fuck up with a baton. Like, especially like honestly, even though we don't look at it the same, I'm pissed off because what happened to our Asian homie? He's still a minority, even though we look at them differently. They beat the shit out of that.
They beat the fuck out of him. Damn.
So like, no, like this is a real issue to me. Like, because it's not just black or white. Like, it's a minority issue here when it comes to whatever happened to that Asian man. So no, like I said, this is overly unfiltered for me. I'm gonna let James get his spill on. I ain't even cut into what anything he got to say about it. So go ahead, because I just went off.
I mean, I'm mad as hell. No. The fact is, like, there's people in the background. They're like, oh, just you can work this out after you get off the plane. Like, that's all you had to do is like, we can work this out. Just get off the plane. Like, the police are already there. Like, somebody's getting off, and if they already said you're getting off, it's gonna happen. It's like it's eventually not. It's not up for discussion. And eventually they were like, oh, just get the fuck off the, like, they were pretty much like, get off the plane, just get off. Like, you're just making this into a scene at this
That's point. The other thing. Even though whoever told her to get off the plane was definitely like my long lost twin, because only a certain type of savage is ready to just be like, get the fuck off the plane. No, because I almost never see that out of any of the videos that had these problems. Like, even the one where the old man was getting his ass kicked, they were mad at the police. They weren't mad at the old man at this point.
No.
That flight was mad at her.
Yeah.
Nobody cared about the dogs.
No.
They were mad at her. Mm-hmm. So, and at that point, when the crowd is against you, you got to roll. Like, even if you find a way to stay on that plane, everybody on that plane is going to stare at you and mean mug you the whole way.
Yeah, like they kick your shoes, and like, I'll be the guy behind. I'll be kicking on it.
I recline my shit back to the fucking seat like I did James' car yesterday.
Yeah,
like I'm gonna recline that shit back to your kneecaps. Like, you'll be able to wash my hair. So how far back my fucking seat would be? You just get my dreads is all up in your lap. So yeah, no, like you should leave the plane.
Yeah.
And they said, and I saw the article. Southwest said they were trying to contact you to rectify the situation, even though I don't think there's shit to rectify.
Just go ahead and give her a new flight for just right there. Give her a couple 1,000 points, miles.
Like you're lucky that these airlines need good publicity. Because if it was me, man, I'd be like, fuck that bitch.
Yeah.
I don't need that help. Like just like Young Dro said. So like. I'm a savage about this because I just think that you're completely in the wrong. Like, there's no right about this to me. You said you were allergic to something. You couldn't prove it, but the person with the dog proved that they needed that dog, at least in scientific and mental capability. They need the dog more than you can prove that you're allergic to the dog. That's the end of the conversation. Bring your documents next time. Mm-hmm. Just like when I go to the store, if I don't got my ID, they don't give me what I want. There is no, well, I'm a radio host. That don't change shit.
We don't give a fuck if like drop you.
It don't change shit.
No, don't. Wow.
So
thanks for letting us know. I'm a police officer. Let's go. Like
like again, man, you should be so happy the police wasn't me. Yeah. I'd have got smart with you and I'd have tased you. That's all you would have got. You got a smart ass comment, and I'd have like, "Are you gonna leave?" No, I'm not going. I hope to God you weren't touching somebody else, because hey, that's the only bad part about this to me is you might have touching somebody on the arm. Like, no, I'm not gonna leave, and I tase you, and then that person gets tased, and I feel bad. That's it. So, but I'm going to end this show up again. Overly unfiltered top of the day. And because it's the end of the week. Oh, one last thing. NFL football started like 30 seconds ago. We're both picking the Packers. I'm going with 32-7.
Wow.
Until if they beat the Packers tonight, I'll come in and apologize to the Bears. But I still think that the Steelers were the bad team on Sunday. Y'all just let the Bears win. So no, I still think the Bears are a terrible football team.
24-17.
You're giving a little bit more hope, so you won't have to apologize if your prediction is wrong. But I'm going with the blowout again.
It's not going to be a blowout like that.
Just let it be done. Just let him know like that. Again, this is the end.
Don't forget. Well, we haven't posted up on our page yet, but we are going to have a little hangout. Nothing too wild. We don't want anything crazy, but we're just hanging out, having a good time. Or maybe get some cornhole in, beer pong. We're gonna watch the game. Obviously, this is what's happening. This is for against Ravens. This is at 1. So come on down. What time do you think, Malachi?
12:30.
11:30. The game is 1, so you want that a little bit.
Okay, so 12 o'clock, 11:30 if you get here early. We'll, but yeah, y'all, like I said, I'll be here because I'm not going to be at all of them, but I'm going to be here this Sunday.
Unfiltered tailgate, basically.
Unfiltered, just hang.
Come and chill, talk sports, talk football. If you got any, if you're artists, come talk music. Yeah, I don't care. But yeah, like I said, we'll definitely be down here. Give them the address real quick because this is one of the ones.
5750 Baum Boulevard, and we'll probably have somebody at the door. So we'll get you in. Don't think it's just straight alcohol. For we'll have other drinks if you want to have kids coming. So it's not just for strictly. So come on out. We also, if you want to get the more information, it's GMWW Radio on our IG and Twitter. But yeah, I think we're gonna have a good time. Nothing too wild, and we're not tasting anything crazy. So I mean, if
this is all regular food, all regular beer, all regular drinks,
regular food and drinks.
I don't got time for that shit.
We still got the prunes if you want to try them.
Oh yeah, oh yes. Actually, I would like to get this shit out of here someday. There is leftover stuff from our previous taste testing. They're still good. They're not out of date. It's just that we weren't eating all this shit. So if you want to come out and see what we've been eating and see what's left, we still got the prunes. Yeah. Like we got tons of prunes. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, we about to be out here again. It's another day of giving it to you straight. Again, if you want to hit us up online, this is JSkyline99 on Twitter. Or yeah, and Twitter. Well, it's on Twitter. I don't use my Twitter, but go on the IG side. That's what I meant to tell y'all. IG and
James_Lame.
And also remember, there's an Unfiltered Facebook page. We both run that page, and the homie Brick, who will be back someday, also has administrative privileges on that page. So if you ever want to just hit us up on the Unfiltered Facebook page, just say and James or Jay Skyline. And we'll make sure one of us are answering your questions accordingly.
Yeah.
So we are out of here. Again, shout out to GMWorldWideRadio.com that presents all our music and YouTube streaming every day.